Yeah, man, I was going through some of my comments. I'm looking at some of the people that's telling me how they about to start the academy, how they passed the hiring process, how they've successfully completed the academy. They about to start working in corrections. I love to hear it. That's why I make these videos, man. You know, if you find in my channel recently and you interested in corrections, you thinking about putting in the application, I got over 100 videos on my YouTube channel right now, all of them on corrections. I got a lot of game, a lot of wisdom, a wealth of knowledge. I've been in corrections 14 years. You can go through the comments on a lot of my videos. You got retired correctional officers, people with more time in than me, 20, 25 years in, leaving comments, dropping off game, wisdom, putting people on the things that have helped them to become successful correctional officers and have that longevity in their career. So we building up a community, you know, all my correction folks, people that's in corrections, you know, let's keep going. To the people that's about to get into corrections, welcome aboard. I'm gonna give y'all some game in this video to help you have a long, successful career, man. You know, stick to this stuff and you will hardly have any problems behind that wall, you know. The first one is don't play into the work politics, the good old boy club. See, this is the thing, you know, this can happen in any job too. This doesn't just pertain to corrections, but sometimes, you know, people start to click up. You got the in crowd, you got the out crowd. You know, I don't try to entertain none of that, man. I'm there for one reason, to do my job and collect my paycheck and skate out there, man. Skate on out their way. That's what I try to do. I try to fly under the radar. I don't get into the work drama, the co-worker animosity towards each other, the rumor, gossip mill. You know, you be having lovers quarrels sometime. This officer sleeping with this nurse. The other officer was sleeping with that nurse. Now they all get into it. I ain't got time for none of that. Miss me with all that. I work my unit. It's me and the inmates. As long as they ain't in there stabbing each other, trying to escape, trying to harm themselves, I sit down, do my hours, and I go home, man. That's it. I don't got time for the extraness, the petty stuff. Nah, that makes for a long career. That gets you in the drama, unnecessary things that you don't even have to involve yourself in if you just mind your business, man. Stay in your lane. Do the job to the best of your ability. This is the next thing, man. Respect. Always remember respect. Respect will take you a long way in this career. You will have a long, successful career if you show the inmates respect and you do your job when necessary. They'll show you respect back. You know, at the end of the day, the inmates understand when they get in trouble, they do something they're not supposed to be doing, you have a job to do. That's what they pay you to do. So it's no hard feelings. It's nothing personal. It's not like I got a personal vendetta against this particular inmate. This because I got to write him a shot. I got to pack up all his property and send him to the hole. Nah, it ain't nothing like that, man. I've had inmates get out the hole. When they come back on the unit, they came up and apologized to me. You know, they told me they was outside. That was not in their character. They was having a bad day. That's why they acted how they acted or did what they did. And I said, hey, man, I understand, man. I understand. I've been doing this correction game for damn 14 years, man. I know how the game goes. You feel me, man? But yeah, respect. I call them by their last name. I don't call them anything derogatory. If I'm in there searching through their cell, I'm not in there trying to tear it apart unnecessarily. I'm not just throwing stuff on the ground. Got my muddy boots. It was raining outside. I'm on the unit with muddy boots, just stepping on their prayer rug, tearing stuff apart. I'm not putting my hands on them, abusing them, none of that, man. It's all about respect. You feel me? They didn't do nothing to me. They did their crime. The judge sentenced them to their time. I'm just there to make sure it's peaceful and the prison runs in a secure, safe manner. That's it, man. And enforce the rules. Outside of that, if you don't got no beef with me and you do what you're supposed to do, you won't hear from me. That's my whole mentality right there. Like I said, I don't go above and beyond. I don't try to go out my way to make their sentence any harder than it has to be. That's just how I roll. This is the next thing. Staying on your toes and staying vigilant at all times. See, in corrections, don't never think shit is sweet, man. You know, it may be an easy job. You may have a lot of downtime. You may have them days where you just sitting there like, damn, I can't believe I get paid to do this. Ain't shit happened all day. I'm just sitting here chilling, man, waiting on something to happen, man. Don't get too complacent, man, because that's when shit happen. That's when shit go from 0 to 100, and you never know when it's going to pop off. It could pop off at any given time. It's been times where I only been on the shift 10, 15 minutes and something pop off. I got to spring into action, take an inmate to the ground because he's high out his mind off of intoxicants, drugs, and he start disrupting the whole unit. Man, I had inmate fights break out. I ain't even been 10 minutes I ain't even had a chance to put my bags down, man. I look out the corner of my eye. These two inmates over here that got into a fight, man. It's damn near 8:15 in the morning. I'm like, man, it doesn't matter, man. It's been time. I remember one time I worked at the county jail. It was like, I think, what was it? New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve. The lockup unit just went to hell, man. We had everybody in the lockup unit pop they sprinklers, man. You had water running over the top tier. We had like 3 or 4 people in restraint chair. It just went up, man. I'm talking about that shit popped off that night. It was a long, crazy night. I was working night shift. I'll never forget that night, man. It was a crazy ass night that night, man. So you just never know when it's gonna pop off. Always stay alert, stay vigilant, stay on your toes, be looking, observing, checking doors, man. Making sure ain't no inmate trying to creep up on you, man. Always gotta stay on your toes. Stay on point when you behind that wall. This is the next thing, man. Don't take work home with you. That's a big one right there. Leave work at work. When you outside of the prison, you go through the Sally Port, you got relieved, you flip your shit over, you go to your car. Leave work there. Don't take a bad day home with you. You may have got into it with an inmate, a co-worker, or had some crazy shit happen at work. Don't come home with it. Now you done cussed the wife out. You done kicked the shit out the dog. The dog come up to you to think you about to pet him. You still mad from work. You think down kicked his ass like you down kicking the field goal. He down yelp and run off. You down don't even speak to the kids. You just go up to your room, go straight to the refrigerator and get a beer. No, that's not the way to live your life. You got to have a life outside of correction. Every day ain't going to be good, man. You got to take the good with the bad. And when it's a new day, it's a new day. It's time to move on. You got to put that behind you. If you got into it with an inmate the day before, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see that same inmate. You know, I've been working the same unit on night shift at the prison I'm at now for damn 7 years, you know. So if I got into it with an inmate and we had some word, I can't go in there with that same vendetta or thinking about yesterday because I'm going to see the same inmate. I got to move on, man. It's a new day. You feel me? That's how I think, man. Don't take this shit home. Have a life outside of corrections. Do what you do. Enjoy yourself. Oh, you like to play the guitar, video games. You like the damn kayak, ride bikes. You like me. You like to go to the gym, go out to eat, whatever it is to take your mind. The prison is not going anywhere. The jail is not going to burn down if you're not thinking about it. Don't let that shit live rent-free in your head. Turn off corrections. You got to have an on and an off button. When you ain't at work in uniform, turn it off, man. You ain't got to be a correction officer 24/7. It's just a job at the end of the day that puts food on your table. That's it, man. This is the next thing, man. Keep a positive attitude and remember why you applied for the job in the first place. Sometimes along the way, employees, co-workers, they get disgruntled. They start talking about, oh, I can't stand this job. Oh, this is one of the worst things I ever did. They always got something negative, something bad to say, but they keep showing up every day. If you don't like it that much, why don't you find another job? That's always my type of mindset. If I don't like this job, if I dread going to work every day, then I'm going to be looking for an exit strategy. I need to go do something else because I'm clearly not happy and I'm at work saying bad and negative things about the job, always disgruntled, in a bad mood. I try to stay away from people like that because they'll kill your whole vibe. They'll turn you down, man, and slow you down. It's like you in a good mood. Here they come, man, always complaining, nagging about some shit, how they feel like they were shorted, how they feel like they got over on them. I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. The job been good to me. I still go to work damn near every day in a good mood. Most days are good. And I come right on back here, take my uniform off, go to the gym, eat whatever I do outside of work, and just chill until it's time to go back to work. Keep it simple, man. That's all you got to do. This shit ain't hard. This correction, being a CO, this shit is not hard at all, man. Nothing is hard about the job. If you ain't never worked in and you about to get into it, once you get behind and work few months, man, few weeks, you will see, like, man, this shit's so easy, man. He wasn't lying in that video, man, when he said this correct. Man, I just be sitting here most of the time. Something happened, shit, fight break off, boom, we everybody run, break it up, then we right back to chilling, man. Another day on the block, man. This is the next thing, man. Always be prepared if you get mandated. You never know when you're going to get mandated. That's the thing about being in corrections, man. It can happen at the last minute. I've had that happen to me plenty of times. It's almost, I got 1 hour left till my relief shows up and I'm supposed to go home. The lieutenant called me up. Hey, sorry I had to do this to you, man. I ain't got nobody, man. I'm going to have to mandate you for another 8 hours. You know, a lot of times I keep a positive attitude about it. I try to make sure I always got enough food. I always keep plenty food in my book bag. I got plenty snacks, my meal preps, plenty water, whatever I need. You know, I keep a toothbrush, toothpaste, toiletries like deodorant, mouthwash, any little thing I may need, because sometimes, you know, I do a lot of overtime myself voluntarily. So I'm there 16 hours. So, you know, I want to freshen up, stuff like that. Lotion, keep my comb and brush in my bag, shit like that, man. You know, if you're going to be working these long hours and if you go into it and you ain't expecting it, and it happens and you ain't prepared, that makes for a long second half on your shift. So that's why I say always be prepared, man. You never know when your number gonna get called, when they gonna be like, we ain't got nobody else, man. You the next one on the list. So it is what it is, baby. Stay prepared. This is the next thing, man. Don't take anything personal. Don't take anything that you see, anything that may happen to you, anything an inmate may say to you. Don't take it personal, man. You never know what's going through these inmates' head. You never know. Some of these inmates are mental health. They don't know what the hell they doing. They just cussing you out. They don't even know what the hell they talking about. Sometimes a lot of shit I see and I just laugh at the shit. I gotta laugh it off because I be like, wow, I can't believe that happened. Or, you know, you try to understand why these inmates act the way they do. Some of the problematic inmates you see, and you start doing some digging in their profile. You may look on the computer at what they in there for. You know, some of these inmates, man, they come from broken homes. They come from poverty, man. They may have been homeless. They didn't have no guidance. So I'm like, okay, man, you know, they may have did wrong, said some shit wrong, but I get it, man. I see where they coming from. They don't have no structure in their life. You know, that's where my job is, to make sure they get some structure. So like I said, I don't take a lot of stuff personal. If I got some words with an inmate, I move on after that, man. It is what it is. You know, I ain't been to go back the next day and try to pick a fight with that inmate, start instigating shit. Nah, I don't take that shit personal, man. I'm like this. Long as he ain't put his hands on me, long as I'm good, I get to go home after, if I'm doing 16-hour shit, I get to go home still. I'm good. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. You get to go home. So don't take that shit personal, man. They still gonna be there when you go home. You living your best life, man. Think like that. This is the last thing, man. Take advantage of your benefits, that overtime in the retirement package, man. They got a lot of overtime, a lot of money to be made. I've been making over 6 figures working overtime damn near the past year. I don't even know how many years it's been now. It's damn near been about 8, 9 years. Every year, making over 6 figures, man. It's so much overtime. Take advantage of it. Be smart about it, too. You know, the retirement plan is pretty good. You get a pension. You know, try to put, I tell people this, the rookies, put 15% in your retirement. If you can, do more and don't touch it, and watch how much it grow. By the time you retire, you will have shit. Your ass might down there be a millionaire, you know, and then the retirement money, not the retirement money, that overtime money that you making, bank it. Invest it. Don't spend it on dumb shit. Don't try to go get the fanciest car, be living above your means. Nah, a lot of that money I make on overtime, I put it in the stocks. Crypto, man. I leave out this job, man. By the time I'm eligible to retire, shit, I might have a few million stashed away. You feel me, man? That's not even counting my pension, shit like that, man. This YouTube channel might blow up. The merchandise I do might blow up. The online fitness coaching, that shit might blow up. Factor all that in, man. Shit. I'm living large, man. I'm in charge when it's time for me to retire, because I'm being smart with my money. I'm not being dumb with it, wasting it on unnecessary stuff, trying to impress people, trying to live above my means, keeping up with the Jones. I don't care about none of that. I care about financial security, not just getting by in life, but getting ahead in life. Y'all like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel at the Ghetto Bodybuilder. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok at the Ghetto Bodybuilder. I got that merchandise for sale. Shop will be on my website. I got any input, thoughts, comments, anybody that works in corrections, you want to give some tips for some advice for the new people that's coming into corrections, make sure y'all drop that comment, man. I read everyone. And I be loving it, man. I love when people engage and they give off some of their expertise, their wisdom, their knowledge. You know, it helps make this a whole better thing all in all. You know, when you got new people coming on the channel and they can go to the comments, they can see all these other people that work in corrections that's giving their peace of mind, that's giving them valuable game, man. So let's keep it up. Y'all know how we coming. Let's get motivated